Alright, what's up girls and boys? What's up internet? I am Vianca and welcome to the first episode of our Megaton Musashi Wired or Megaton Musashi W gameplay series playthrough, let's play, whatever you want to call it. Again, I picked this game up for sale, which is what a lot of people, if you look at the comment section of Steam, where I purchased this from, a lot of people will tell you to, it's a fun game, but try to purchase it while on sale, and it happens to be on sale right now. Steam Summer Sale, 50% off, if I remember correctly. So I went ahead and bought it, and I've been eyeing this game for a while. This is one of those games that was shadow dropped, literally shadow dropped by Level 5 Games, which is a mixture of super robot games with a gameplay, fighting gameplay akin to Dynasty Warriors, where it's one versus a lot. But compared to Dynasty Warriors, from what I've gathered, it's like one versus a handful, like 5 or 6. And another part, the half part, is a visual novel part, which is basically you going from one point to another, triggering cutscenes until you finally trigger that part in the story where you have to pilot a super robot. Now, one thing that made me want, well, a couple of things, because first off, I really am fascinated by robotics and not just, robot anime or whatever have you media. I like the programming aspect of it, the engineering aspect of it, something that gets me curious. And also, I like building these things. Hold on a sec. I like building these things, which are gunpla. If only the camera would focus it. So yeah, that's one of my hobbies. So of course, I wanted to give this game a try as well. Apart from that, I am also intrigued by the customization options that this game provides, because this game, Megaton Musashi Wired, also allows you to craft, pick up items, and mash them together into your robot and build your own super robot. Now, how far the customization goes, I'm not sure. That's something I'm really curious about as well. But yeah, it's one of those games that has mixed, I think it got mixed reviews on Steam. And it's also one of those games that, annoyingly, it's one of the reasons why it got mixed reviews, from what I gather. It requires you to link your Epic Games account, which is confusing as to why, but apparently that's for cross-save. So unless you plan to play with a Steam account, a PlayStation account, and an Epic Games Store account, then you shouldn't really bother. But anyways, enough about that. Let's dive right into it with Megaton Musashi Wired, which I'm playing on Steam. Let's go! Alright, so here we go. Megaton Musashi Wired, or Megaton Musashi W. That's the game we're going to be playing for today. So let's jump right into it. So I haven't really started yet. So this is going to be our blind playthrough. So I don't know what to expect, but I've heard mixed reviews about this game, as I've mentioned before. So, without further ado, let's go start. So I know that this game has like two different play styles. The visual novel side, and then the fighting super robot action game. So I'm excited to see, I'm curious to see how both plays out. So yeah, right now we're seeing the opening cutscenes. Nice and calm. The Japanese audio, there's no option to change it into English, so it is subbed. There's no dub option. Also, this is one of those games that Level 5 recently released. That was just like a surprise release. The days come and go. Was it so fast? Every day the same old town, the same old scenery. The routine of it all, there's a certain happiness that comes from boredom. It's only once you lose it that people see how important it was. Yeah, that's true. We do tend to like take things for granted, especially if it's the norm. Ugh, ramen. I miss Japanese ramen so much. Like the authentic kind. Like, I know there's a lot of ramen places here, also elsewhere, but it's different when you eat ramen from Japan while in Japan. It just hits different. But yeah, it's this game, booting it up for the first time is quite troublesome. It asked for my Epic account to use with this game. Hold on. To use with this game, with this account. But the thing is, my Steam account and my Epic account, they use different email addresses. So I couldn't really connect them, and it wouldn't let me even if I use like I use the email for this, it wouldn't like connect. So if you're playing this game for the first time and that happens to you, like it wouldn't let you connect. Just cut off your internet and it will let you go to the main menu of the game, or you can start the game for real. Commencing battle tutorial. Great, because I didn't pay attention at all when they showed the controls earlier. Look around using the camera. So we're controlling Yamato Ichidaiji. Lock onto the enemy by pressing the right stick. There we go. Try jump. A is jump. Okay. Also, I like the music. Attack the enemy at close range. So I also know that shoot the enemy, that this game, woo, that was cool. This game lets you make your own robots, super robots from various parts. So the parts, you would have to farm them, you'll have to craft them, and they... Oh, there we go. Seal Crusher. Well, that's a strong attack. Heal from damage. I hope I remember all of these controls though. Break the enemy's guard. LB and X. Okay, that's just too much. Attack with special moves. Oh, this is gonna be... This concludes the battle tutorial. Use your knowledge for absolute victory. Okay.
Ready, fight.
So this is for real now. Like, the only issue I have with games that don't have dubbed is when there's action happening. You can't really pay attention to what's being said. There we go. You can't pay attention, so I have no idea what they're saying. I'm telling you, I ain't gonna lose. Haven't you figured out I'm as strong as they come? It's pointless. Temme! So yeah, that's our first victory. But yeah, I just wish that when it comes to games that don't have dub, fight dirty, you're an insult to the sacred Mega Robo Fighter II. So I'll put you in your place. What the hell are you talking about? It's just a game. Cool your jets. You don't fight with passion. If you're gonna fight dirty, it don't count. A win is a win, no matter what, no matter how you slice it. Whatever. I'll just beat my machoism into you. Really? Machoism? For real? You must not like living. So he's the typical shonen protagonist when it comes to like this kind of genre. I think they're both delinquents. But yeah, I did hear that the story of this game is pretty mid. And like there's a longer like, I think 20 minutes of talking and then a little bit of fighting. Like, that's how the game's supposed to be. But I have also heard a lot of good things about this game, regardless of that. So, our protagonist has been thrown, or one of our protagonists has been thrown inside a jail cell. Yamato Itadaiji. Street balls, run-ins with the police, and not an inkling of introspection. Not exactly my definition of cool. Thank you. So this actually feels like early 2000s anime-ish. And also it gives me a little bit of a vibe as the Gundam Breaker games, which I guess is one of the reasons why I decided to give this game a try. And also I know that not a lot of people, like as I said, they shadow dropped this game, so not a lot of people know about Megaton Musashi Wired. So, you know, it's kind of cool that this suddenly dropped into our lap. So this is the quote-unquote visual novel side of the game. It's sort of, right now, it's giving me the vibes, the same vibes as Aegis Rim, right? So yeah. I've arranged for your release, unless you want to stay, that is. Okay, let's head shopping district. Let's see what's gonna happen next. So yeah, I'm actually thinking about uploading the rest of this game during Mondays. We can call it like Mecha Mondays or something. Because there's more to this game than just like the basic like story and fighting stuff. There's also like a season pass, I think. Damn, the sweet smell of freedom. If I hadn't come, you would have been in there another day, you know. Your point? You're expecting some gratitude or something? What do you want? I have a task in need of someone with your fighting prowess. Yeah? So who's the sucker you want me to knock around? Head to Mega, where you delinquents hang out. You'll get the details there. Couldn't even say it up front what he wants from us. Why back at the arcade? Just spill it here! Yeah, he has a point. Why? You spent the night in jail, right? Why didn't you head home and shower? You stink. I guess I could use one. What a stuck-up jerk. So yeah, the actual dialogues, they're pretty meh. The story also kind of disappoints somewhat by the end from what I've heard. But yeah, we'll see. The exclamation icon shown on your screen will guide you to your next destination. The current destination is also shown on the top right corner. Use this to progress the story. As you play, the mission gauge will fill up. When it fills up, the story will move forward. The Notices app provides information on game updates and events. Keep up to date on new features and missions and enjoy what Megaton Musashi Wired has in store. So, let's see. Let's try to open the menu. Options, if it's here. So it's not here yet. So let's check the notices first. There's an update info. Online content. Not much information here. It just gives us a link we can visit. So yeah, we're not gonna do that. There's a mailbox. So yeah, enter password. I'm gonna make a short video of all the passwords that you can enter. Check delivery. Yes, what do we have? Confirming delivery. Oh, okay. So Yokai Watch commemorative decals. Here's a gift of decals featuring Jibanyan and Koma-san from Yokai Watch. Grab that. I like Yokai Watch, but it never really kicked off here. And I wanted to play all the games, but not all of the games was also released here or made available here. And I think the final game wasn't even localized to the West. So we also have a HoloLive collab commemorative decals featuring the 4 HoloLive talents, Pekora, Subaru, Marine, and Korone. I know a little bit about HoloLive. I like them a lot, but I haven't really gotten quite enough time to get updated and watch their streams anymore. Here's a present from us to show our appreciation for updating to the latest version. So we got Grandizer parts and Mazinger Z parts. So if you're not aware, those are really old school legacy super robots. Like, they're right up there with Voltus 5. They're pretty old in terms of franchise, so that's really cool. So we also got Musashi Wide Release Celebration. So this is the first one they released. Drop Cartridge, Treasure Key Cartridge, Experience, Coliseum, and Repair Drive. So let's also grab that. And update rewards for 3.0.2. So let's grab this. So yeah, I'm gonna make a short video about the passwords that we can enter, because there's a lot. Okay, help menu. Okay, I'm just trying to like remove the notifications, the pinned icons, the red circle up there. I'm trying. Oh, you can purchase attire, victory poses, and other items in the store menu. Purchase items on Steam. So yeah, I'm playing this on Steam. From my understanding, this game is also playable on database. But yeah, it's also playable on Steam Deck. But there's an issue about connectivity, and also the annoying part that this game also installs Epic Anti-Cheat, which doesn't really work all that well on the Steam Deck. Any kind of anti-cheat doesn't really work well on Steam Deck. There are workarounds rather. But yeah, it's hard to like get it working from out the box. Did something happen? The police look like they're occupied with something. Okay. I was wandering, not sure what to do for lunch. I made it all the way here. I guess it's Benny's. That's one way of deciding what's for lunch. Oh, what's this? We got combat AI junk parts. Missing people, murderers, students fighting. We've really got our hands full these days. So yeah, just getting all of those out of the way. Can we go inside? Oh, we can. We can actually explore. Hello there. Please feel free to sit anywhere you like. Yeah, not really interested with eating just yet. But yeah, this really feels like a more anime-ish, child-friendly graphics. That's a little bit similar to Aegis Rim. This dojo always produced tough martial artists. I'm 5th rank in Kendo myself. Really? Can we go inside? Saotomi Dojo. Currently inaccessible. So I'm guessing that's gonna play an important part later. He's always bragging about Kendo in front of the karate dojo. Should at least teach the kids. He's talking about the other guy. A shopping district. Pressing Y in town will open the main menu, allowing you to use a variety of apps, which we already did. You will gain more apps as the story progresses. Eventually, not all apps will fit one screen. While you can switch between pages with the tab buttons, you can also use X to change the layout. You save your game's progress by going to the save app via the main menu. While the main menu is open, you can also press the Option key, I suppose, to open the save app. Additionally, there's also an autosave feature that periodically saves your game for you. This allows you to continue from an autosave in case you've forgotten to save the game, which mostly happens to me if I'm not feeling myself. But anyways, furthermore, while there are 3 save slots, only one will be overwritten. You cannot save using the other save slots, so be warned. Oh, that's an interesting mechanic. Oh, I did not mean to go here. But yeah, so it's basically one story run, one playthrough per save. So that's interesting. Gacha machines! Had so much fun with those while I was in Japan. Also, Bando Flower Shop's flowers last for such a long time. I love buying flowers there. I know what you mean. I always buy my flowers from Bando too. I wonder if they're like important names. Currently inaccessible. Can we go Arcade Mega? Currently inaccessible. I think we really need to go home. Did you read this week's Iron Man mine? It was so cool. He got out of last week's trouble so easy. Hey, I haven't read it yet. Quit spoiling it for me. Yeah, don't spoil games. Bakery Kutsunai. Oh, cat. Mr. Dora says, wow. That's funny. Okay, creepy thing. Location is currently inaccessible. There's a creepy mascot. Man, that PC she wants is so pricey. Should I get yet another part-time job? What? Aren't you both students? You're trying to buy a girl a PC? Wow. Where can I find someone like that? It's me, Akamon, everyone's favorite shopping area mascot, Amon. I'm totally serious, Amon. Good grief, mascot characters. Hair salon, upgrade. Location currently inaccessible. The weather's so lovely today. The laundry will dry perfectly on a day like this. There's always, I've noticed this. I've played a lot of JRPG games, and there will always be someone who makes note of how perfect the weather is for drying clothes. There's always that NPC. Yeah, cutscene moment. I'm guessing these two on the right are characters, important characters. A second person has been reported missing this month. All the missing persons are men ages 20 to 30. Yeah, I feel like they're important characters. I was so shocked that I spilled coffee on the teacher. Yikes! That's so awkward, but you just laughed it off since it was you, Asuna. The power you, old girl, if that's the case. You're kind of clumsy, you know that? This really speaks to me like late 90s, early 2000 anime, animation or like how they drew the characters. So yeah, I feel like anime from that era is a lot more fun to watch than the ones we have now. I'm not especially fond of isekai animes, like we have so many of those, and most of them are pretty bleh, you know? Hey, that's not very nice. No, it makes you seem more human. You're normally so perfect. Well, I'm this way. See ya. So I feel like they're major characters as well, or supporting characters at the very least. Yeah, see you tomorrow. How what kind of role they have though? What about her? Chigai. Who are you people? Chigao. Oh, come on, little girl. Oh, so typical. The shiny, sparkly animation. She's perfectly suited to your image, Princess Arshim. Is that so? Okay, so she's being controlled? Memories transfers. Speech is a Terran language. In the Terran language will now be possible. That should help in the event an emergency arises. So she gets her mind controlled? Her body controlled. Interesting, interesting. Eliminate the soldiers. Who are we talking about here? The amount of progress we made with that giant, with the tiny robot, super robot at the bottom. Oh my gosh. The laughter of children does the heart good. It makes me feel young again. See, I'm not gonna... These are dangerous times. It's so scary. Do you have any safety plans in place? My hubby says, hubby, don't worry, I'll protect you, but I'm much more worried about him. What? Protect from what? What is happening? Is there like real danger afoot? This house still looks empty. I should come check it out at another time of day. Why does it matter if it's empty? What does it matter to you? Indecisive girl with time to spare. Sunflower Garden is a foster home, right? I'm pretty sure people think it's a kindergarten. Okay, interesting world building there. Yamato's room. There's a lot of loading screens here. Also, typical shonen room for the protagonist. I'm home. Who am I kidding? I screwed up again. I'm sorry, Mina. Who's Mina? Your sister? What's happening? Look at that face. So Oni-chan is big brother, but since it's localized, she's calling his name. Yamato! Yamato! Oh, what is happening? Mina! Yamato, help! Oh, darn. That's big. Not again. Mina died in the fire. It couldn't have been murder? How does those two like relate? If someone, you know, started the fire on purpose with the intention to kill, then that is murder. Why do I keep seeing this? What the hell's wrong with my head? Good question. I don't know the answer to that just yet. Yamato? You there? Yamato? Kyoka? I feel like the names of characters just get recycled. Like there's so many Yamatos, there's so many Kyokas that I've already encountered in different kinds of media. From anime, video games, light novels, manga, you know. Oh my, you're so pale! I bet you must be hungry. Look, I got some food! What is that voice? I'm not hungry. Go away. And cliche as it is, the stomach rumbles. But yeah, I kind of see where they're going with like such long like visual novel aspects. That hit the spot. For someone who wasn't hungry, you sure did eat a lot. Well, you already bought it, so I couldn't let it go to waste. You really need to quit getting into childish fights. It's a guy thing. You can't go backing down. I don't think... Is it a guy thing? I don't really know. It's just men being stubborn. You better not let it happen next time. She's gonna get roped into the whole robot thing, isn't she? Next time? Yeah? You bet. There's no need. Huh? What is happening? You look like you're doing better, so I'll get going now. Thanks. Hey, when I was walking around town, I felt it again. Felt what? Yeah, felt what? The sense that something was different. Call it a bad feeling. This town, it's like... It feels like it's fake. Okay, hold up. This is really giving me Asia's Rim vibes. It's really giving me that vibe right now, and I don't know if it's the same. if like it follows the same kind of storyline, but it's giving me that vibe. Fake? Never mind, it's nothing. Bye now. And she'll brush it off. Fake? A bad feeling? Sounds like what I've been feeling. That's kind of interesting that there's like way too hard to dismiss similarities between the two games. It's about that time. He told me to go to Mega. He also told you to take a bath, which I feel like you didn't actually do. While in town, press X to open up the map screen. Use this to find yourself and your destination. If you ever get lost, the map screen also displays important story and quest destinations. Furthermore, you can also fast travel via the map screen. You can instantly travel to previous visited locations by hovering over it and pressing A. You also press X. So yeah, I'm using a controller, but you can use mouse and keyboard, I think. But controller is much more easier, especially when I'm recording. And again, you guys know that I'm still getting used to the whole mouse keyboard control schemes. Display a list from which you can select your destination. And it's just so tiny, and we've already reached 27 minutes, and I'm just gonna stop it at like 30 minutes so that the recordings don't go for long. But, you know, I think that this is... no, don't quit. Let's save first. Okay. I'm pressing the button to save. So let's go save first. Overwrite this. But yeah, we will have to stop here for now. I don't want to make it too long. But I'm starting to wonder how long will this entire series take? And also, I'm really curious... will this game also follow the same kind of storyline or storytelling as Aegis Rim, again, which is a game that I've played but never quite finished, but got spoiled the ending for, which is one of the reasons why I didn't bother to finish it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So far, I don't quite know what to think of this game yet. I like the early 2000s, late 90s vibe of it. I also like that smidgen of battle that we ended up experiencing and playing through as part of the tutorial, but whether or not I would actually find this game fun is like, I think that's gotta be reserved for much later, because we didn't really get much in terms of gameplay here. And I kind of do agree that the visual novel parts are long. It's more like go to point A for a point B from point A kind of thing, and trigger cutscenes and stuff like that, which I guess is why a lot of people didn't quite like it as much, since you would expect a super robot game, you know, to actually provide a lot of battles. But we'll see in the next episode for Mecha Mondays. So yeah, this is gonna be a once a week episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, you guys know the drill. Dream on, fly on. Bye bye for now. Thanks for watching, and see you all soon.